Good evening, Phase Shift community. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. Thursday, patch day. It's only 2 sleeps away. And the question is, will this patch save Helldivers? Will it save it from this big drop-off that we're experiencing at the moment? Will it save the game that we've all grown to love? Or will Helldivers just disappear like every other live service game into obscurity? Complete nonsense and nothing. I'm looking at you, Division 2. I'm looking at you, Suicide Squad. In all seriousness, I don't think that'll happen, folks. But you've got to love the hyperbole. Killbot, how we doing? The deal breaker indeed. It feels like it. It feels like it, and I'm actually quite excited about it. It feels like something's about to happen. It's like if you watch sport, it's like waiting for a match or something. Like, oh, what's going to happen? I'm really interested. Just to double down on what I just said then, I don't think that Helldivers is going to die if this patch doesn't land. This game's going to be around for ages. It's got a really great following, but I do think that this is going to make or break whether the player base kicks right back up or just whimpers along. And the best analogy I can give is literally like, okay, a few years ago, obviously English, watching England in the Euro finals against Italy. The build-up to that was insane. Insane. Not Euro finals, World Cup finals, what am I talking about? Absolutely insane. The excitement's there. Killbot thinks it'll be good. I think it'll be good. I think it'll definitely be good. I think that, I mean, there's been way too much chatter from the CEO. There's been way too much stuff getting put out there from the community. We watched Thick Fillet and Pips do a podcast the other day where they were very clear in voicing what they think as content creators and also what the general kind of sway of the public is playing the game. Brian Iron says about 49,000 average players at the moment, but the max was 458,000. This is the thing, isn't it? It's like, we're talking about the game as if it's like washed up, forgotten, but it's still got such a big player base for the type of game that it is. But I am really, really confident that they're going to get things right. And today, we're going to get into a conversation. I'll just let people filter in. I'd like quite a few of you in here beforehand to just have a conversation about this, because I do think that we've all got different expectations. And I made a video last week about how I'm just feeling a little bit burnt out and bored of just the same thing over and over again. Tobias is in the chat, folks. Welcome. How's it going? I'm just feeling a little bit bored of the same monotony, and we're going to talk about that a little bit today. But I am really interested in hearing what your thoughts are, folks. So, without any further ado, let me introduce you to my scuffed classroom for the day. What do you think, folks? Looks great, doesn't it? So, let's have a discussion. Class in session. Let's have a discussion. Frank, why is part of the green screen still visible there? Can't get the staff these days, folks. Can't get the staff. The thing I'm most excited about is the reverts on patrols. I'm glad you approve of it, Tobias. Yeah, I think it's more about will they maintain the hype rather than getting back to release numbers or actually dying off. Absolutely. I agree. You know, it's never going to get back to that release number, but the excitement's gone. The excitement has absolutely gone. So, we're going to get that excitement back. Johnny Be Good! Over on the purple platform. Welcome. How's it going, mate? I'm having to use 2 chats today. I'm good, thank you. You've just joined us in time for a discussion about the game we know and love. So, first things first, folks. The Viper Commandos warbond. What are we thinking about the offering? I'm going to be completely honest here, and I'm going to come out quite blunt. I have not felt or thought much of any of the warbonds, per se. I actually feel like, particularly the last one that everyone hated, the Polar Patriots one, I actually thought that was probably one of the better ones, purely for the pummeler. And I feel like they've got to get this right. And I'll tell you a little story now before I start this section. A friend of mine messaged me and was like, this warbond is absolute garbage. What the hell's going on with this game? You told me to get this game. I'm absolutely hating life with it. They keep nerfing everything, etc., etc. And my response to him sarcastically was, whoa, whoa, whoa. You didn't even pay for that warbond. Because me being in the fortunate situation I am being able to play loads, I just always have enough super credits whenever a warbond comes out. And he was like, yes, I did. I paid money for it. And then it hit me. I was like, whoa. If I'd have paid money for any of those warbonds, I would have been really annoyed. Especially with things like the Eruptor. And we're going to talk about the Eruptor in this conversation, folks, because the Eruptor, for me, is a really good example of something. But I don't know what your thoughts are. Having to pay for these warbonds, the way they've handled them, I wouldn't be best impressed. Spectralosus says best one yet. Bushwhacker shotgun and eruptor combo sounds amazing though. Absolutely. Mantis, how we doing? New Major Order is so funny in concept. Joel really wants us to shut up and take anti-tank mines. We'll be going into that shortly. I feel like a good warbond should have at least one weapon, and it did. The Eruptor. And then we know what happened there. Mantis says, agreed, Polar Patriots was overhated. Cutting Edge is still the best warbond, other than the basic one, of course. I feel like each one's had something. Like, stun grenades were great. I can't remember which ones they were in, but stun grenades were great. Eruptor was great. Pummeler was great. And you see, I'm scratching the barrel there. Taco Night Shenanigans is in the chat, folks. Absolutely unbelievable cinematic content. We will take a look at that today if I remember. If not, on Thursday. Epic, epic stuff. Go and follow his stuff, folks. Really, really good cinematic content. How we doing, Taco? So, let's just look at the warbond first and foremost. So, we're getting armor sets. We know about this. I'm not going to touch the cosmetic stuff. I'm going to look at the kind of key headlines I'm seeing here. Liberator Carbine AR-23A. Bushwhacker Shotgun. Shouldn't be spelt correctly, in my opinion. Should just be spelt with an A on the end. K2 throwing knife, all very excited about this. And then this one's interesting. The experimental infusion boosts movement and damage reduction in one thing. That, for me, is something that we're going to talk about because I think that is really, really interesting. Cosmetics in general as well. Point number 1. Another assault rifle. Now, what's going to be really interesting when this comes out is it's dropping on the same day as the patch. You would think, from what's been said about, but by the devs, by Johan, that ARs are basically pea shooters. And you'd think that they are going to be making sure that they are going to alter the way assault rifles are working. I just don't use them. And that's really unlike me. Assault rifles suck, quite frankly, in Helldivers, and it's appalling. Ryan says, why are they advertising single-use weapon against an enemy that swarms? Who knows? Who knows? Blitzer and Sickle are also excellent right now. I'm pretty sure stun nades were from Cutting Edge. Agree. I actually like the Sickle. I use the Sickle in my AMR loadout against bots. I really like the Sickle. I do think that it's not exactly useful in all situations, but I do think if you have... And actually, that's a great point, because the Sickle, in the right hands and in the right loadout, as a weapon that you don't reload and that you can rotate to... Like AMR, bam, 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 Sickle, fire when you're coming against trash. As you're starting to hit that heat point, switch to the Senator, bam, 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 bam. If you need to switch back to your AMR, so be it. If you need to switch back for more trash, your Sickle's already down cold again. If you haven't tried that, try it. Really, really strong. Really strong. Tom Hancock, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome. Ryan says, should be throwing discs from Predator. I think this is the Predator warbond. It should have been a crossover. 100%. Should be, instead of a clone, it's a throwing knives. You can recall the reverse shotgun effect. Spray of blades returns to you shooting. Nice. Eyes wide shot gaming. Misfit check-in. Yo, yo, yo. The Misfit crew are here. Welcome. How's it going, folks? Thank you for stopping by. Brian Iron says, ARs don't suck in themselves. It's more that the game as it is loves to throw masses of heavy and medium armor, so they struggle. So are we saying then that perhaps it's an armor pen issue? Are we saying that armor penetration might be the way forward? And the armor pen system for me is so convoluted, at least on surface level. And again, that's another conversation. Like, I want to be able to see what's going on with the numbers, with the stats, so I can make decisions around it. I like games, and I'm sorry to bring up Path of Exile. I'm not saying it needs to be that complex, but I come from a background of liking stats, numbers, builds, figuring out how things are interacting. I don't like not being able to see things. I like to understand that, and I know that the devs have been a bit cagey about wanting to show us that information. I really like that, and I feel like there should be, you know, in Deep Rock Galactic, there's a button where you can say more info when you get given kind of a breakdown. Just something to give us a bit more flavour of what's going on in the background. The full laser build is underrated, I think. You just cycle between and never stop fighting. Yeah, and, you know, there's a lot to be said about just cycling through weapons and not having to reload and that kind of thing, and having constant uptime. I think that's a really, really good point. ARs suck overall, honestly, just a few being good. I want them to feel fun to use and viable to use, similar to kind of the machine guns. And I'm kind of going all over the place at the moment, and we will have a bit more structure in a moment, but like, that's another thing. The machine guns don't feel great. You can use them, but they just feel a bit like you're kind of gimping yourself on purpose. A handheld minigun with backpack would have been sweet. Total Predator feel, yeah. Go! Get to the chopper! Ah! You haven't watched that scene recently, folks? Please do. It's amazing. Liked and subbed. The weapons through Helldivers 2 are very soft. There's no power fantasy, which is why the devs focus so hard into patriotism as opposed to being powerful. Ooh, interesting. Thank you very much for the sub and the like. Like the stream, folks. If you can, be much appreciated. Scorpion 56 is in the chat. How we doing? Claudio! Hi, my democratic friend. Thanks for the info. A huge hug from Democracy Deliverers from Chile. Love that. All the way from Chile, folks. How warm is it there? I bet it's warmer than here. Raining. Hailstones outside in sunny old England. Thank you very much, Claudio. Welcome. Get yourself sat down. Pour yourself a drink. Brian Iron says, what would Help ARs is a big buff to weak spot damage, giving everything medium armor pen just kind of negates the point of the armor system. You can see the point over there. Where is it? Over there. I'm going to talk about armor. Because armor is another thing that really just winds me up. I'm sat here talking like I'm a game dev. I'm not. But there's just so many missed opportunities. I feel like the game markets itself as a live service, but it just misses out on so many opportunities to be it is a good live service, but it just misses out on so many opportunities to just completely clean up. Like, there's so many good opportunities. So many. So, let's get into this. Let's get into this. So, what do we want to see from this new warbond? Particularly the weapons. I, for one, and I haven't got the info up on my other screen that explains what each weapon is going to be, but they have given a bit of a breakdown. I really just want to see this assault rifle shred. Like, I want it to be a weapon where I can go, right, I'm getting pushed by loads of bugs. I'm going to whip that out and I am going to clean up to an extent. To the same extent as when I'm using perhaps a shotgun or perhaps the blitzer, the pummeler. Like, I want to feel like it's doing something. I don't want to feel like I'm running backwards constantly, asking my friends to save me. Because that's what ARs feel like. I feel like they need to be stronger against medium armored units. And I feel like there needs to be more ammunition, or the damage just needs to be ripping through them that little bit more. So we're getting a bit more rapid time to kill. Because that's the problem, isn't it? If we're actually going to start digging into it, time to kill is a massive problem. Like, it just takes ages to kill things with ARs, and that's not nice. That doesn't feel great. Make ARs strong again, folks. Or just make them strong. They've never been strong, have they? They've never been strong. It's a 2184. It's 2184 in the game, and yet the majority of the weapons feel like I picked it from the Desert Storm. Nice, yeah. That's very true. Very, very true. So, the carbine needs some strength to it, and the bushwhacker needs its spelling changing to bushwhacker. I don't know why, I just really feel the urge for that to be a thing. But it's a 3-shot secondary weapon, is it not? That you can you use different amounts of the shots at once? Because it sounds, that feels a bit like a kind of almost like what the Senator was like before the nerf, the buff, sorry. You know how when you were getting pushed when you were using the Senator, it was almost like oh crap moment, I've got a couple of mobs left, bam, 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 bam. And then it was kind of down, and now it's got the speed reloader, so it feels a little bit more viable. But this boomstick type approach feels like I've got something really about to threaten me, and just bang, it takes it out. But it's a slow fire rate. You know, and does that, will this complement the Liberator carbine? Or will it just be something that can be used with anything? It feels like it's going to be something that'll work well with large capacity ammo weapons where you run out of ammo and you just need something to flick to, in my opinion. But I'd like to see this Pack-a-Punch perhaps penetrate armor and feel viable in that sense. Crimson, yo, how's it going? Crimson says, when do we start saving the kids? I personally am happier that there's less stuff because we could just focus on the quality. I'm all for a slower patch cadence. All for it. As a player and a content creator, to be honest. But I'd rather they got things right. and gave us a chance to actually, you know, get our teeth into things and enjoy them. They want to make them feel more like actual ARs and not pea shooters. Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. Claudio says it's raining democracy over here. How about some helmets with night of thermal vision as a passive? Or some speed boots as new enhancements for the complete build? Sorry about my English, working on it. Your English is excellent. Excellent. Awesome. So, the throwing knife is probably the most exciting thing. You know, is it going to be something that we can pick up once we've thrown them? Is it something you can pick up maybe if you miss, but you can't if you hit? How much damage is it going to do? Is it going to have armor penetration? What do we think? What do we want? Instead of a grenade, you know, it's going to have to have something about it that is a worthy trade-off. I really struggle to either not take incendiary impact or stun grenades. So it's going to be something that... It's going to have to be something that is of absolute value, folks. Brian Iron says, I'm expecting either only one shot at a time or 3 at once. Ideally, being able to switch between both those fire modes. That's interesting. So having different fire modes would be great. So single shot or like a triple or something along those lines. Junior, thank you so much for the follow. I hope those knives are DRG throwing axe levels of good. Yeah, I think that might be a nice way of looking at it, you know. Like, throwing axes, if they miss, you can pick them back up. If they hit, you can't. That might be a way of doing it, perhaps. But, you know, to be throwing knives, they're gonna be single target. They're not going to be exploding, so they're going to have to pack a punch to be worth it, aren't they? Taco Knight says, I already have a rough time trying to find my shit after I die. I don't want to be looking for a 6-inch blade. Yeah, fair. They need to do something with the UI with that sort of stuff, I think, as well. Wielding it better give monster melee damage. Yeah, melee weapons confirmed, folks. You heard it here first. Maybe the knife is intended for stealth kills. Maybe. You've got a lot of people who like doing some stealth dives, don't you? So that might be a great way of going about it. I like that, man. That's a good idea. Thinking light armor pen, high damage, high weak spot bonus, possibly recoverable under some conditions. That sounds fair. That sounds fair. So let's fill some of this in. So, are we in agreement? Good armor pen with higher than average DPS output. Deals with most trash effectively, a la the way shotguns can. Because, like, this is the other problem, isn't it? You can't nerf anything. They can't nerf anything. If they nerf things... So, they need to be brought in line. They need to be brought in line. Dawai is in the chat, folks. One-shot Bile Titans to the face. I wouldn't expect too much, says Crimson. I read the knife is supposed to be something you use when you're out of ammo. Oh, dear. Well, that doesn't sound exciting, let's be honest. What do we think about assault rifles ammo capacity? I felt like was it the Adjudicator? I felt like that had quite a decent ammo capacity, if I'm thinking of the right one. It might have been the fire rate was slow, though. And what do we think of the ammo capacity? I agree with you to an extent there, Brian, but, like, it's a PvE game at the end of the day, and, you know, I feel like the fun comes from smashing things. It's like the whole taking stratagems off us against automatons. Like, that for me is just a complete waste of time. Like, you tell us to use stratagems, yet you take them off us. Like, at least give us the opportunity to regain them in the mission or something like that, I think. Mr. Byrne is in the chat. Welcome. So, for me, ammo capacity is a big thing. Ammo capacity versus TTK. Ammo capacity versus time to kill. Because you need to feel like you're shredding. You need to feel like you're shredding stuff. You need to feel like you're doing something, and you just don't. You don't kill stuff with the AR. You just like, you've got a wave coming towards you and you spray it, and you look at the amount of bullets you've fired versus how much you've killed and how quickly you kill it. I probably got the name wrong, Pryan. I probably got the name wrong. I'm thinking of the one that came out fairly recently that had a good bit of damage to it and quite a decent ammo capacity. Dewey says, all right, I got it wrong. Jeez. The adjudicator, it wasn't the adjudicator. All right. Sorry. Dewey says ammo is way too low if you see how much ammo comes with the incendiary breaker and how many kills you get with one restock. And that's it. That's the point. The amount of ammo you get and the amount of kills you get, just, it doesn't add up. And then you get the question is, why would I use this over this when these are the two outcomes? The tenderizer, that's the one. We're an elite peacekeeping force. At least we're supposed to be. Unless it's patch day. Unless there's nerfs. Then everything goes out the window. Maybe the answer is to give all ARs the ability to pen through one enemy. Gives them a use over SMGs. What, so you're saying instead of it being generic armor penetration, it might be that certain... Do you mean certain enemies are weaker to certain ARs? Like literally that cut and dry? Like, this AR kills brood commanders really well. This AR, or do you mean the armor penetration classes? Or do you mean... Oh, or do you mean penetrate as in like bullets go through to give it a bit of AoE vibes? One thing they could do for ARs is give them high target penetration. Spray and pray, hitting multiple targets in a row could be high value. Yeah, and I think, you know, it's down to the core gameplay, isn't it? And the way that the weapons actually interact with enemies. Like, Incendiary Breaker is so good because of the spread and because of the damage over time and the way that that dot ticks and compounds. Like, that is going to be such a difficult weapon to not be absolutely insane versus other weapons because of just everything that's going on around it. The same with the Pummeler. The Pummeler's really good because it flinches things. It stun locks Hulks if you shoot him in the back. It stun locks Berserkers a little bit. It stun locks charges if you shoot him in the back. Like, it literally makes him just vibrate on the spot. So when you've got these types of things to think about versus just raw damage output, you know, what's the way around it? Is it that you just buff the damage through the roof on weapons that don't have any sort of intrinsic kind of trait, if you will? Do you just buff the damage through the roof to make it like, okay, these don't do these things, but they just kill things quicker? But then that opens up the realm of possibility that actually then everyone will just use the things that kill things quicker. Absolute disaster. The only nerf I'd give to Incendiary Breaker is no stagger. Let it keep its kill potential, but bring it in line where it does everything. They can't nerf things like the Breaker, though, the Incendiary Breaker. They just can't, like... They've got to leave things like that where they are. At least for this... at least for this patch coming up, and maybe the big balance one that they do finally bring up, because they have said this next one isn't the big balance patch, haven't they? They've been quite clear about that. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. So, interesting. The SG-22. So, we want Oh shit, moment help. Fire modes. 1 shot versus 3 shots. No armor pen. Or some armor pen. Maybe the 3 shot has a different armor pen. Jonathan, salut. Ça va? Having knockback similar to Blitzer versus Stun of Pummeling would be cool for ARs. They're ballistic weapons. Well, there is an AR with a knockback, though, isn't there? There is an AR that has knockback. And it's rubbish. Tenderizer should apply stacking armor point debuff. Would be capped at 4. Only single tier armor reduction can occur. Keep it stacked on a heavy armor plate and it acts like medium. That's interesting. Can they get that kind of mechanic working in the game though? Like, can the game actually fundamentally handle any more than it's already got going on in it? Ça va bien, merci. Jonathan. Ça va bien. It's concussive more like the pummeler. Actually, pushback would be better for ARS. Yeah, it was okay on release, actually. I used to use it on release. When we were cycling through the weapons, it was okay. It was okay. So, armor pen. K2 throwing knife. Retrievable. Is it retrievable? Armor pen. High single target damage. I would say. Definitely want high single target damage. There's no AoE. So what is the trade-off? Stealth missions. Stealth divers heaven. That might be useful for stealth divers. It'll be very interesting to see what it actually pans out like. And then, before we get into the patch, this experimental infusion boosts movement and gives us damage reduction, which I think is very interesting to be able to have this buff and DR going on. And that's the kind of thing I'd like to see more of, if I'm honest. I mean, we haven't seen it in practice yet, but I'd like to see more of this in practice. I think it'd be very interesting to see what kind of little quirks I can come up with using boosters. Ryan says, yes, each armor plate has its own health pool and everything. Each bullet that hits has a math check against the armor point value. Armor points go up to 12. Not all heavy is made the same. Interesting. So, there you go, folks. That's the way that the game works. So, it is possible to have debuffs. Because if you did have stuff like that, then you'd literally have support builds and utility builds, like a bit like casting sundering spells in MMOs. You know, you cast Sunder Armor if you played any games like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, those sort of games. You cast Sunder Armor when you're a tank to allow your DPS to do more damage. That kind of premise could be in there. Compare AMR shots against Bile Titan Heavy Armor versus Hulk Eye. Both heavy, but Titan is heavier, so there's varying degrees of heavy. Prime 9 says, see it being used similar to impact nades, namely killing one big dude. The splash damage from impacts isn't huge and is really just a nice bonus. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. This doesn't make sense. They say this isn't a balance patch, but there's a... yeah. So, what are these changes? You know, we don't know what they are. They've only given us the headlines. What are these changes, the nitty-gritty going to be? They are clearly erring on the side of caution. They probably have... I'd imagine they probably have 2 sets of changes. They have the changes they're going to do this time, and then they've got a load that they want to do, but they want to see how these ones work first. I'm going to imagine you can't just take an entire arsenal of weaponry in a game and just go rip and just change it all. Like, they're going to have to do some element of doing things in 2 parts, 3 parts, and just see how things work incrementally. They're adding new guns to the game. But I don't know about you. I would much, much rather that they kind of got it a little bit overbaked than underbaked. They've done underbaked a lot now, and it's got them to this point. So I would rather they, you know, just threw caution to the wind a bit and said, you know what? Let's just give them some daft weapons. Because they are going to have to add more difficulty to the game eventually, I think. Not just because that's the right thing to do, but we're getting better at the game. Like, I was having this conversation with Devai, I think it was last night. Like, we are all an elite peacekeeping force of democracy spreaders, and we've got pretty battle hardened over the last few months. It's much, much better. Nephilim, welcome over on the purple platform. I'd assume the knives are for stealthy approaches, i.e. against bots. Yeah, could quite possibly be that. Could quite possibly be that. Johnny B. Good says Stalker's T-posing on the spot with the pummeler. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so this 100 changes thing's a nice marketing tagline, isn't it? It's interesting to see what will actually be things that are weapon related. I really hope they get rid of that ridiculous, like, you know, when you dive on water or ice and you go, out of the water. They need to get rid of that. That'd be a top change for Phase Shifter. Top change. Illuminate in the Jungle seems like the Predator movie. I said exactly the same thing, Jonathan. Exactly the same thing. It is like Predator. Helldivers 1 had about 12 difficulty levels. Yeah, it did. It had more. And I feel like they're going to need to do something. And those of you that watched my video over the weekend, thank you for watching it, by the way, talking about top 5 changes. Like, that, for me, the difficulty being increased is not going to cut the mustard, to be completely blunt with you. The difficulty increase, it'll be all well and good, but all that will do is force us to play a different way. Like, it's not going to force us into anything else other than just going, oh, right, okay, so now this is the way the game works, so we need more AoE, because this is harder because there's more trash. You know, there will be a way to address what's going on. I feel like if they want to make the game interesting and last longer, and perhaps be more difficult in some ways, they need different game modes of play for us to interact with. Absolutely, in my opinion. And I know that might be controversial to some people. I knew I'd get polarizing comments on that video. Like, some people weren't happy with some of the suggestions, but it was just a conversation. And I think that they need to add different game modes. We need different things to be farming. Like, this game's a live service and there's nothing to do other than spread democracy, which is incredibly important. But there's nothing else to do. You get all the things unlocked. There's nothing left. There's no cosmetics other than the warbonds that you get incredibly quickly. There's just nothing left to do in the game. Like, I always bring up Deep Rock Galactic. Massive fan of the game. I think that they've just got that so right in so many ways. Like, the little, like, side objectives that you come across are great in both games, but just, like, fighting mini-bosses in Deep Rock Galactic, the way they've put those in is great. The fact that there's a currency system going on in the background that just lets you buy cosmetics, and they've put some really interesting cosmetics into the Viper Commandos, haven't they? Like, I'm just looking at it here now. It looks great. Like, it looks cool. Like, they've done a great job. And I'm particularly happy to see things like patterns for the shuttle and patterns for the hell pod and for the robots, for the mechs. I think that's all great. But I think they might need to look at... I think they might need to, like, think about the cosmetic side and not be pay to win or buying that kind of stuff. Just stuff for us to work towards. I don't think the link was allowed to be sent by you, Tobias, unfortunately. But you could chuck it, DM me it, and I'll put it in. Thank you. We need a minigun to be like Predator. I think they're relying on the community aspect of a global campaign to keep people interested, which, to be fair, works for me, but not for everyone. It works for me too, dude, but I just feel like it's a bit boring at the moment. It's the same stuff over and over again. And I think that is actually down to what's happened. I don't think what we are experiencing right now is actually the full capacity of this galactic war campaign. I think they've actually had to jam the brakes on quite hard at Arrowhead and go, whoa, 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 what are we doing here? Because small studio, got lucky, hit big, great game, completely out of their depth in terms of staffing. I don't mean that in like a condescending way. I mean in terms of like the game's exploded and they are a small studio and no one expected it, including them. So I feel like they might have kind of had to go. I mean, it's clear to see. It's clear to see. They were going absolutely ham when that game came out. Patch, patch, patch. Nerf, nerf, nerf. Balance, balance, balance. Warbond, warbond, warbond. Like, loads of stuff. Jolt. I just do stuff. You could feel it. You could feel the frenetic nature. And it was absolute chaos. Like, it was fun. It was great. It was bonkers. It was the first time in a long time I've played a game that and been there for release. And it's just been like, whoa, this is something big. Like, the whole world's playing this game. It was awesome. It felt a bit like World of Warcraft back in the day, to be honest. Like, just really, really exciting. But now they're going, or rather they did about 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe a bit longer than that. They've gone, oh, we are not handling this appropriately. We're actually annoying people. We're making wrong decisions. We're rushing things out. We're not getting balance right. The community is starting to get annoyed with us. We're saying the wrong things. Let's just put the brakes on and let's just consolidate and figure this out, which I think is a great thing for them to do. And that CEO is absolutely legendary. Like, don't get it mistaken. He is really, really good at what he's doing, and he's done some fantastic things for the game already. And I think that by putting the brakes on and looking at what they are doing moment to moment, patch to patch in more detail, will do nothing but good for the game. I can't remember what I was talking about because I went off on a complete tirade there, sorry. The CEO speaks like a squid. What do you mean? A community workshop where people can design cosmetics and weapons, maps, missions will be huge. Jalon! How you doing, mate? Then when the next update comes, they can just pick stuff we've already designed and voted for. The CEO speaks like a squid. Fellow humans. Yeah, maybe he's just having a laugh, isn't he? The guy's just made a blockbuster game. He's probably on cloud 9. Let him talk like a squid. Love that. Yo, you speak like a squid. Brilliant. So, this experimental infusion thing is exciting. Could they create something cosmetic-wise? And maybe he is the Illuminate. But the cosmetic side, can they get more stuff in there that is going to be something for us to chase? I'm not going to go over my ideas here because there's a video about it. If you're interested, take a look at this after the stream, when you go to bed, whatever it might be, and drop a comment in what your thoughts are. And if you disagree with everything, that is absolutely fine. Because opinions are opinions. And I love people having opinions about a game that we care about. What's going on with my chat today? I can't even speak in my own chat. Oh, there we go. It's worked. Right. The review bomb cape would be so good, man. So good. So good. They need to do that. I'd love them to do that. So, I was supposed to blitz through this notepad document and not really interact with people, and it hasn't worked out that way, so the long form video is out the window for this now, I think. I'll try rustle something up, but the patch notes themselves, these are some things that I want to see from the patch, and I'd like to know what you think as well, folks. So, reverse the eruptor changes minus the weird suck-in vortex thing. Use this weapon as a blueprint for how the game should work on some level in terms of the way weapons can interact with one another. How good was it having a primary weapon that let you pick what you wanted in your secondary slot and feeling like you were the full package? Going around with the eruptor and the AMR was some of the best fun I've had in this game. Going around with the eruptor, and what else was it? It was going around with the stalwart and the eruptor. That was so much fun. It worked. It just worked. And it's not just I'm not just saying the eruptor itself. I'm saying the idea of having weapons like the eruptor that fill that role in a primary weapon slot, allowing you to be a bit more experimental with the second slot, is so good for the game. Like, that just makes sense to me. Am I just being crazy, or is that your opinion too? Having that just opened the loadout potential up massively. It was so good. So that's the one thing I really want them to do. Not necessarily completely reverse the eruptor change, but take some lessons from the eruptor. I think that'll be really interesting. Would also like to see a drone that can be piloted from a stationary point. Think sitting in like a HMG emplacement would allow for target marking and firing, higher firing points. Player is vulnerable. Interesting. Drones work well in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Stealth gameplay is the best. We've already talked about ARs, so I won't go there again. Energy weapons. Other than the sickle and the laser cannon to an extent, where are the other ones at? What do you think? Because I think they are in a terrible spot. I don't see why you'd ever use the scythe. I mean, you can play it for the memes and do the laser lord build that people do, but it just doesn't work for me, I don't think, to be honest. I just don't see it working very well. Jalon says, would love a ship upgrade module that makes your sentry target what you ping. What a fantastic idea. That's a great idea. Or just add a hotkey other than Q that lets you tell your sentry where to target. That would be such a good idea. Energy weapons are not fun. Add a goddamn gun shield. Brian Iron has spoken, folks. Johnny B. Good says we need an 8-player event over on the purple platform. Interesting. Arc grenades. Yeah. Arc grenades would be cool. Or some sort of mech with arc damage would be pretty cool as well. Like a a tanky mech that has like an AoE that it can sort of fire every 8 seconds or something that just obliterates everything around it would be pretty fun. But what can they do about it? What can they do about energy weapons? How about some aliens return guns? Like pulse rifle with grenade launchers and yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, the movement radar's a nice idea, but would it work? I'm just not sure. But something needs changing with energy weapons. Like, they need to buff the damage output on the energy weapons, I think. The cooling's fine. They just need to buff the damage and figure it out, you know. Just push the damage numbers up. Make it so it severs limbs easier. Something that makes it viable, particularly against Terminids. You know, or just really buff the potential to delimb or depart automatons. Like, imagine if it was just super faster. If you could draw the lines across the bodies and it was just super fast at taking the limbs off. Like, really quick. So you've got a load of Devastators in front of you and you just like, and you can just cut the missile launchers off them. Like, that would be interesting for me. And then these last 2 points. Better Daka. Just give me machine guns that work. Give me machine guns that actually do something. Because at the moment, I just like the newest one, the most heavy one, is actually really fun to play against automatons for the 5 seconds that you're actually firing it and doing loads of damage. And then there's just nothing. Like, if that thing had double the ammunition, it'd be such a fun weapon to use. It'd be really viable. And if they could create some sort of, like, I don't know, variation of the supply pack as a stratagem that was like an auto feeder that you could use with machine guns, recoilless rifle, like that kind of stuff. That would be really interesting. Just upping the damage output and the viability of those types of weapons, the machine guns that is, would be awesome. And then finally, armor fantasy. Again, this is my opinion. I think the way that they've created these archetypes, or lack of rather, archetypes for the armors sucks. The only armor I use is light armor. And that's because speed, for me, is king in this game. I've had this debate with people countless times. I always come away from it just thinking the only thing I like to use is the medic passive on light armor. I can run faster, I can heal through damage windows and get away from danger. If I'm using the jetpack, I can fly further. I can just generally move around a lot easier. And I feel like that trumps everything else, and that's an opinion, that's not fact. But if they were to take armor and think about what can we do with heavy armor to make it more attractive, because at the moment it just doesn't. I don't value being able to take an extra hit off a Terminid, or I don't value being able to take an extra hit off the Devastators that automatically lock on you anyway and will hit you regardless and flinch you all over the map. I just don't think anything of it, really. So, some things that I've seen really useful comments in the chat for that video I linked. Someone suggested, what if heavy armor had some sort of innate flinch protection? Either lessening the flinch that you take from a hit, so when you're aiming, it lowers the flinch, or what if the armor had something innate that just allowed you to go toe-to-toe with things a little bit more. So everybody's saying in here they like light armor, and then we've got our variations of people's flavors. Like Ryan likes to use light fortified armor, says it's god tier. I wouldn't say it's god tier. I'd say it's probably A tier personally. I'd say that either the grenade one or the medic one is absolutely S tier, depending on your play style, of course. Tobias with extra grenades, yeah. Get rid of the charge to fire mechanic. Just lower the fire rate. Ah, you're talking about the weaponry. But light armor is absolutely the way to go in this game. And that's wrong. Wrong. Device says light armor. Only S tier is throwing range. See, we've all got our own opinions on this, and that's what's great about the game and shows you how much potential there is for this type of stuff. I personally can't throw a grenade using the long throw because I'm so bad with it. I'm so bad with the long range throw now that I just don't use it. I'm scared of it, so I just use normal throw. Johnny be good, better flinch sounds good. Yeah, I think so. Gunter, Dead Ted CA, how's it going? Welcome. I'm good, thank you. We're just discussing stuff here. I think that, yeah, I'm thinking what medium could be, but for me, heavy armor needs to feel more tanky. There needs to be something tanky about it, that more so than just taking an extra hit. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, man. Welcome. Welcome. So, yeah. What could medium have as like something that would be interesting? What could there be? Medium's a funny one because it doesn't really fulfill. Maybe medium could have some sort of like better stability and control over firing assault rifles. All of a sudden you can buff the control of your assault rifle using perks that are innate only to medium armor. Jalon says armors could also have negatives to promote interesting play where it takes 20% less melee damage with 15%. Yeah. So it's like a risk reward. I like that. That's cool. That's definitely cool. Ryan says, give us a codex explaining game mechanics like bile titans and bile spewers. You expect acid damage, but it's actually explosive. Yeah. Been running heavy fortified lately, and it's very consistent. This comes from a religious light armor user. I think they nailed the armor change in terms of damage reduction. I just don't see the benefit, really, to be honest. I've used heavy armor a lot because I'm typically a heavy armor type player in anything. And I just don't find it that useful or that much of a bonus versus being able to move faster. Movement in this game trumps taking hits, in my opinion. I think if you can move well in this game, you are going to be infinitely better off than just tanking hits. I don't think the game's designed in a way that just tanking hits is kind of where the bonuses need to be. And that's why I'm trying to get creative with like the idea that person had in my comments about the flinching. But I think that's a really interesting approach. If you lower the flinch, because that's something when you're fighting a Devastator and you're like toe to toe and you turn and you shoot at it and you're firing your shots off and you get your first 4 or 5 shots off and then it hits you and your aim gets punched upwards. And even though you've been hitting it directly, it just continues to beam you. Like, is there something we could do with heavy armor that stops that interaction, that type of thing happening? Just more of a true shot. But there we go, folks. Just some food for thought. I'd also like to ask, what was this section of the stream like? I just thought rather than jumping into games and grinding the games out, it might be nice for us to actually have a conversation, and I'm looking at things to do in the streams that might be a little bit more interesting than just playing the game, interacting with you a little bit more. So how was this section of the stream? First time I've done something like this. First time our Frank set up the classroom. He still missed that though. Really annoyed me. So annoyed with him. Feedback much welcomed. So, Team Play Tuesday, folks. We've done enough chit-chat. We've prattled on enough about numbers and patches. At the end of the day, we're still going to play the game whether we like it or not because we're addicted to it, and it's absolutely S tier in terms of co-op shooter. So who's coming in? With me, CPA. It's me and CPA today. No Darker. Darker's not available. This stream has been cash money. Cash money. You heard it here first. Glad you enjoyed it, folks. Let's fire her up. Am I going grey? Is that grey, chat? Or is that just the light? Is that grey? It's been a long time since I've been in the arcades. I can join for a bit of gameplay. Nice. Excellent. Nah, mate, just the lighting. Ah, well, we all die sometimes. Look, I lost my hair a long time ago. I don't want to lose this.
What an absolute legend. Third man chase, round of applause, grabbing the
System test. Freedom, democracy, liberty, independence. Managed Allied destroyer has joined.
Did you just send me a super chat, Prior Nine, that also had the Helldivers announcer in it? That's the colour wisdom. Tell me what your first game was and I can tell you if it's grey / your old. The first game I ever played was Flimbo's Quest. Google it. Flimbo's Quest. Or Clax. Or Pang. Was it called Pang?
Destroyer has joined squad.
Pong, Pang, Pang, Pang. It was Pang, where you fired the things in the air at the balloons that were bouncing around. They were my first games. Flimbo's Quest was unbelievable, by the way. It didn't come in a cereal box. Yeah, sounds about right. In 1990, that game came out. Oh my days. Did the first ever Zelda come out before 1990? Wasn't that an 89 game? Chex Quest. I don't know Chex Quest. Pandemonium 1 for the PS1 was your first game, Johnny. Very nice.
Helldivers, take command of the galaxy's liberation.
Okay. We need +1. The first Zelda was 1986. Wow. We have one more slot, chat. Who'd like to get in? What's the
Helldivers across the galaxy are fighting
New major order.
for territory. Where will you join them?
Vernon Wells. Oh, look at... Hang on a minute. Are they really doing this? An emergency distress call from Vernon Wells describes thousands of civilian survivors trapped in the remains of Super Citizen Anne's Hospital for Very
Allied
Sick
destroyer
Children.
has joined squadron.
Food and water supplies are dwindling. Their survival, even this long, after the fall of the Seath recruitment facility on Vernon Wells is remarkable. Without imminent rescue, they will soon perish of starvation, thirst, or automaton butchery. God, Joel. Jeez. Meanwhile, however, intercepted automaton communications have identified a large explosives repository on Marfark. I hate that planet. Intel assesses with high confidence that these explosives come from Chihui. Is Chihui the Iron Brew, a Mountain Dew planet, stolen during the initial automaton invasion? These stores are very likely to contain the critical raw ingredients necessary to finally deploy the MD-17 anti-tank mines. Time is not on our side. Only the first planet liberated is likely to be... The Helldivers are trusted to determine which course of action. These devs. Rescuing children or the AT mines will ultimately save the most freedom. Talk about putting a streamer in some sort of moral dilemma.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
No problem. We're saving the kids. We're saving the children. I don't... Mine suck anyway. Where... Wait, Vernon Wells has already been liberated. What? Series of missions in face of... What's it? Too young to dive, so no value to democracy. No, we've got to save the children. Let me run 3 mine strat loadout. Oh my days. You can chat on if you want. Yeah, got it.
The bots have this world in an iron grip. Find an opening and break their hold.
Initiating FTL jump to
Savage.
the Aesir Pass system.
Highly savage.
Jump complete. Mission coordinates locked.
Okay, I'm going to unmute in a second,
Destroyer
folks.
has joined squadron.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo.
Brian Iron crashed, he said in chat.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
will be back shortly.
No problem. No problem. That's... I'd rather have AT mines than any other. Not being able to trigger them with body weight is awesome, plus heavy vehicles cannot ignore terrain and funnel through choke points. That said, save the very sick kids. Surely they're going to give us a reward for saving the very sick kids.
What about here?
Where are we going? Yeah. Not in your VoIP. Can you drag them in, Smiley?
Yep. We'll do in a second. Right. Fires. Right. Hello.
Yo. good to go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, loud and
Yep.
clear.
All right, good.
Okay. Did Tobias say how long he was going to be?
No. But he's picking his loadout, so
I thought you
I
said he
guess
was
he's here.
I thought you said he was AFK.
Yeah, sorry. We're going out.
I must have completely imagined that you said that. Sorry.
Oh, Tobias crashed out of Discord.
Oh no.
I'm having a look when he rejoins so that I can pull him in again. Yeah.
There we
Welcome
go. Yeah.
Yeah, more medals. More
We have
medals.
quite a long drop here already.
Yeah, it's crashed out, isn't it? Oh no, we're in.
Oh,
Yeah,
We're
sorry,
in.
it took a while. My audio was in a different instance of Discord, so I couldn't hear you guys.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I rushed my loadout, and it's a little weird.
weird is funny.
Hopefully by the time the patch comes around it won't matter and you'll be able to play some wonky stuff anyway. Okay, we're going to take this one in front of us.
Yeah, I gonna bomb it.
Yeah, do it, do it.
Just
Get
check
in.
that I don't touch the mines. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
there was a tower somewhere, or something shot you.
Tank, isn't it?
I don't know. Rocket Devastators on the left. Careful, it's the 380. Don't get too close.
Yeah, it's alright. Nice!
39 kills already with the orbital.
Yeah, there was a tank yet.
Very good. Yeah, there's a tank getting dropped there somewhere.
It's dead, I think. Is it?
Okay. There's one to the far right. I don't know if it survived or not. It was
Okay, let's keep
somewhere over
moving.
there.
Let's just keep moving. Follow C2.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a spicy drop for sure.
Oh, I hit a mine. Oh, I hope I didn't kill you with it too.
You not got a nade for that, or do I need to waste a thing on it? Nice. Oh,
Oh.
no.
At least reinforced work it now with 2 people down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We keep moving west. Excuse me.
You found some bots.
Yeah. Airburst
What is
down there,
that?
careful.
Yeah.
It's moving! Oh, right, yeah, okay. It's been a while since I've played, I didn't know why it was doing that.
Yeah.
Tank.
Roger, where is it?
If somebody has something
Has
for
it
it,
seen
it's
us?
marked north.
Yeah, I'm going for it. Hang on.
No, it's not seen us to now, but
It's fine, let's ignore it. No need.
and the patrol.
Dodge it. Just keep moving. Keep on trucking.
Are we gonna bomb the northern one first? Oh. Careful, mine.
You got any artillery?
Yeah, I'm running towards it at the moment. At full base loadout.
Let you do the honors.
Yep, just trying to not get hit by the turrets.
I'm going to assume that going south is the best move now.
Yep. Ouch.
Where are they? Okay. Ooh!
The base in the north has survived.
I'm gonna have to go
bombardment
back.
didn't kill it.
I can go back, I'll do it. Killbot, I have thick this, but I'm curious about your opinion as I didn't hear it. What are you looking forward to most about the next patch? So, the things I'm looking forward to most about the next patch is the hope that... Hang on. The hope that
I
they
can bomb it
actually
again.
open up
Yeah,
things to
it's
be
about
more
500.
viable.
Big bets on it.
Sorry, guys, can I just
Okay.
speak?
Yeah, careful.
I hope that... I can't remember what I was saying. You've thrown a thing in, right? Sorry. I didn't realise you were doing that. That's why I ran back. Let me start again, Killbot. I'm hoping that they balance things in a way that opens up things that allows us to be a bit more creative with loadouts, such as the Eruptor and the premise of that. I don't know about you, but I loved having the Eruptor as a primary weapon because it let me be a bit more creative with the secondaries. That's my main thing that I'm looking forward to, is if they can open up the balance a little bit more. How about you? I'm excited. Oh, and ARs. I'm excited to see what they do with ARs as well. Sorry, guys.
All good.
All good?
Airburst on that group. They should be deleted. Yeah, they're gone. Do you know, I can't remember even what patrols were like. They've changed them so many times. I can't remember what they were like. Weren't they better when the game first came out? A lot of things were, I think, better about the game when it first came out.
I got everything in cooldown at the moment for another
Very nice,
initiative team.
Administering freedom.
Well, it hit, but it didn't do it all.
Nope.
No one withdrawing to rearm.
What an alt-shot made. Get this legend sat down. Pour him a drink.
Invader Doom!
Round of applause. Welcome to the Fate community.
I just got wrecked by something.
Lesson 3.
Thank you very much for the subscribe, the resub, 4-month resub. 4 months from Invader Doom. Thank you, mate. Appreciate the support infinitely. Possibly one of the longest subscribing members of the Phase Shift community, I think, there, Invader.
Yeah, that's cool.
Tactical asset near your position.
Thank you. I need to look at some subscriber perks, to be honest. There's not enough out there for you folks. It's on my radar. I'm a big solo player. Scaling was far better. Okay. Yeah, I remember watching Takibo say that, actually. The scaling's off now. Because it's almost like they're trying to discourage people from playing solo, which is ridiculous.
Calling in orbital strike.
Oop. That landed somewhere outside to the side.
It's okay. Anyone got anything for this?
I'm throwing in a 120. It's out of cooldown now. See if
Okay.
it works.
Yeah, I've got 500s, but not anything too much bigger than that. Not a lot of spread anyway.
I'll head west.
That one up west has a couple turrets.
Calling in orbital strike.
Rare sample acquired.
Eagle 1 armed and ready. Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Loads of devastators to the left.
What's left in there?
The main base got 2 seconds on the cooldown.
Right. Ready to call it in here.
Requesting orbital.
Killbot says, I haven't played for quite a few major orders. I'm sure the next patch will bring me back. I'll be completely honest with you, Killbot. I'm playing the game less and less. Invader Doom says, gotta go play Ghost of Tsushima and slay demons. It's in my to-do list, that game, actually. Anyone excited for the new Elden Ring? Out of curiosity. The Elden Ring DLC.
Extraction awaits.
Yeah, Killbot, I've not been playing much.
Orbital inbound.
I get my enjoyment out of like creating wonky builds and stuff, and there's just none of that at the moment. So I'm hoping that that brings
Calling in extraction.
some creative juices back.
Extraction request confirmed.
Armored Core. I've not played that.
2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Not played Armored Core. So was it 6 that came out recently?
There was a video live just a minute ago. There's some Gears 5 update game mode people are excited about.
Gears.
Careful, there's a drop
Yeah.
coming down on you.
Never played it.
Yeah, Gears of War.
Never played Gears.
Oh, it's an Xbox thing, probably why.
Yeah. Although I hear the new Space Marine's basically Gears of War.
Yeah, it's a lot like it.
Have a taste of democracy.
Ooh, mines.
John the Tactician, I've only been playing what I've been enjoying in Helldivers 2, not worrying super hard about the major order and trying to make entertaining runs instead. That's the way to do it.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
That's the way to do it. I do really enjoy the Tuesday night streams. Just jumping in for a few hours, playing, and then jumping off. That's one of the massive bonuses about this game. It's so good to jump in and out of. Killbot says, I'm thinking about getting the new eventual Gears of War when it comes to PC. Me and my brother will be playing it. It's one of those games we grew up on. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I was never an Xbox owner, though. I always played PC games.
TA, T-minus
PC
1
and
minute.
Nintendo was my childhood. Bit of PlayStation 1. I am going to throw an airstrike in on that tank. Tank's dead. Airburst going over the back left of it.
Firing orbital strike. ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Have you noticed how buttery smooth this is? Pretty much like the difficulty now doesn't feel crazy because we've learned how
I was
to
thinking
play.
that too.
It's not that it's just that the shock of the game and the way that it used to surprise isn't there anymore. So it needs mixing up, I think. Watch us get destroyed now that I've said that.
Yeah, we did skip for fabricators too.
Yeah, but that's
Still a tank right down the hill.
yeah. Throwing a.
Time. Sending in an eagle.
Is it gonna reach?
And 2 hulks.
Might have got it. Go on. No, it missed. Two tanks. Pelicans here. Just went through every single type of bird. Pigeon, falcon, vulture,
Albatross.
albatross, phoenix,
Chicken.
chicken,
Call
yeah.
it a Thunderhawk or a Storm Eagle, and you'll show off your Warhammer 40k.
Yeah. I don't know what a Storm Eagle is. I know what a Thunderhawk is. I don't know what a Storm
Oh,
Eagle is.
that's old 30k, like Horus Heresy stuff.
30k. Is 30k a thing?
Yeah, it's the lead up to how they became traders. Now they're trying to save the children, and we get unremarkable performance.
Did you save a child this mission?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the problem. Yeah.
Multiple. While you were blowing stuff up. Johnny Be Good is in next.
Cool.
JBG.
I can drop out if Pry and Iron want to stay in.
Whichever.
We can swap around a bit.
All good. Okay, we'll need to jump down into the arcade, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Be Good!
Glad to have you.
Oi, Johnny. John the Tactician, I'm hoping the update brings a lot of new life. It's had a little change over the past month. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it's moving in the right direction, but I'm very, very confident that this new patch is going to change all that. 100%. Tobias, thank you very much for that jump in, mate. We've obviously just seen that Pry and Iron's left.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
Ooh, level 100.
Yeah, Johnny boy.
And he instantly left Discord. Ah, there he is.
He hasn't even done his introduction.
It's me, it's JBG. Hello.
Hang on.
Right, let's go.
Coordinates locked.
I'm gonna do it every time though.
Yeah, you've got to. It
I
wouldn't
know,
be-
I've got to.
It wouldn't be a team play Tuesday without it.
No thrusters.
It's tradition though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is, yeah. Absolutely. North.
Orbit synchronized.
No, we first need to do the south, and I would start here, so we
Oh,
don't
you-
need to carry the SSDs all the way.
You're not my real mum.
You sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Oh, dear. Right, let's get going. What do you want to see, John, in the new patch?
Me?
No, John the Tactician, but yeah, you as well.
Oh, right,
Tell me,
is that-
tell me,
is it-
everyone. What do you want to see?
There's a lot of Johns, isn't there? So
Yeah. What do you want to see, Johnny?
what do I want to see?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I think, and this is me personally, that they're gonna need to rework some of the armors. Now,
Yeah.
I was having a big think the other day, right? This is a really big thing because this is quite a long stretch as well. I think to make the game a bit more spicy, you should do specialized armors for stratagems.
Okay,
So,
go on.
like, you pick an armor that would buff a stratagem,
Ooh.
and you start going into specific styles of class, if you know what I mean. So if you like pick an armor, you know, all bombardments do, you know, an extra, you know, like an extra one on top for picking this particular
So there's like
armor.
passive buffs on the armors
Passive
for
buffs,
stratagems.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, they won't do
Interesting.
it, but you know, it's quite an interesting.
No, interestingly, I saw someone in that video comment section that I did saying that they feel like there should be two buffs, 2 slots, 2 perk slots on every armor, and we should be able to buy different things. Your mic's doing that squelchy thing again, Johnny.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But they were saying having 2 slots to buff the armor in certain ways, and you had to buy them using some samples or medals or requisition or whatever. That'd be quite interesting. John the Tactician says, I really want weapon customization, though I don't know if there's been enough time to actually implement it. Yeah, I don't think there has been, but I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Mecha armor buff, gimme. Faction progress separation, so players don't have to play factions they don't want to. That's also interesting as well. Watch out, there's a nuke next to us.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Have you
yes.
acted with Marine?
Try. Yes.
Yeah.
Run!
Good night.
Now we know not to hit them. Without this,
Was just a gentle pet. Like the thing you like do, like good boy, good boy.
Well, that's what I think, anyways. You know, for armor classes.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like
Quite an
it.
interesting idea.
I think so too. Oh, hello.
Maybe proper like support like classes as well. So maybe like a manager or any grenade. You know what I mean? Some healing options and whatnot.
Ow, yeah, look at that. The punch, the aim punch, and just the laser beam. Gunter Ted CA says ship module upgrades for mechs would be nice. Give them more ammo or armor or ability to resupply. Also, the ability to throw stratagems from the mech would be huge. Yeah, that would be good. That's a simple thing they could implement. What do you mean? There's toxicity in what way? That's an interesting point to raise. Explain. Where's my stuff?
Yeah, there's a hole next to E1.
I'm dead again.
Oh my god, devastating.
I like it's still alive. Okay.
Nice.
More devastators. There's two
Yeah, I
coming in
just
as well.
really need my stuff back so I can actually do something.
Another hole coming in.
We didn't have that many hearts before you joined, Johnny.
And it's just Johnny Luck all over again, isn't it? Smoking if you go.
Can't see. You just blinded me, Johnny.
Ah,
Blinded.
I did it out.
Blinded, I'm telling you. Where is it? Oh no. Yeah, keep that. Yeah, nice. What was that? Why am I? Dear me. There's a lot of toxicity in general, like bot divers getting mad at bug divers for not doing MOs. What? Really? Is that a thing? That's outrageous. Imagine getting annoyed with people because they're playing a game differently to you.
I mean, yeah, it's stupid, but I mean, the major orders could also be implemented that you only get the bonus for the major order if you actually did something in the major order, like fight bots or whatever.
But that's the argument, though. People aren't doing the major orders sometimes because they don't want to fight bugs or they don't want to fight bots. So people are getting toxic about it. People are getting angry with people for not doing the major orders, basically. Like, say if we were over on the Terminids now, people would be like, why are you not doing the major orders? So basically, it's causing
care
problems.
about the children.
Speak for yourself. The face shift community cares about the kids. There we go.
We don't need no anti-tank mans.
It's pretty bad on the official Discord, yeah. I don't go on the official Discord anymore.
That's a
I stay away from that place.
But it's a funny place. You can read funny stuff. You can make people rage really bad. But just saying that whatever the Eruptor is really good still.
Yeah.
That was needed.
The Erupt is the best it's ever been. Watch the place get burnt down. Oh no, I'm gonna drown!
I'll see you later, mate.
No!
Orbital incoming.
Shot for the mans.
Patrols are fine, don't change them. PlayStation players got mad at PC players too because they missed MOs during the account issue. What? Why that? What do they want people to do? Not play the game? Oh, it's just all a little bit strange, the world we live in.
Ryder?
50 meters.
Good. Where is it?
Where I marked it.
Right.
Sending in an eagle.
Calling down a support weapon.
Yeah, so you think, so that makes sense now. So you think you should just isolate major orders on two sides of the galaxy at all times. There's always something to do.
Requesting air.
More hard?
Northwest. 50 meters.
There's 120 coming in towards the hut.
There's two holes coming in.
Where are they, please?
Activating stunner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Stunning, I've got him. Could someone stun him?
Administering freedom.
Never mind. Did it get him?
And the air. There's an
One of
anti-air
them.
base down there.
Nice.
It's near the extraction.
Devastators. There's like 6 coming in.
Strider's still up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just covered it with smoke, that was all.
Thrown in. Oh no, it's too short. Don't have throwing range.
What's that?
That's just the airstrike.
Sending in an eagle.
Airstrike in. I'm air bursting it as well.
Firing in orbital strike.
Move back.
Say hello to democracy.
Sorry, I've got its attention. Just do your thing.
Marking location.
I'll take the fronts off, hang on. If I've got some ammo.
There's only so much for shield.
There's a Hulk right behind them.
Heading southeast. 50
The fronts are almost off. Good job with that smoke, man. Yeah, fronts are off. Airstrike on it. Airstrike is on it. If that doesn't kill it, I'll run in and do it.
It's alright. It's looking at me still. It's looking at me. Looking at me. There we go.
Nope.
No.
Dead.
There we go.
I love the aim.
Airburst for the win. What a reason
That
why.
way-
Another Hulk.
Bots MO fail, it should be because bot... Yeah, okay. That way, if bot MOs fail, it should only be because of the bot divers failing to coordinate. Yeah, okay, so it isolates it. Got you, got you, got you. Someone's dead.
Yeah, but the Hulk should die as well. Or? Ah, no, both my speakers went past him.
I think I got it.
It's dead.
Okay, that was dead.
I need ammo.
Cool.
Yeah, ammo's caught in here. On me.
Nice. The last terminated mission order was being sandbagged by bug divers deploying to Akamar and fact bait instead of Errata Prime. That was possibly a high factor to Vernon Wells failing and falling in defense, right? So people are doing it on purpose, are they?
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Depth status?
Where? Oh, yeah.
Hey, we're standing still here, guarding an array cannon. And I'm getting launched around by their bodies. Turret.
Where's the turret? Sorry.
Marked it. South.
Okay.
Nothing at the moment.
It's alright. Smoke him if you got him. Smoke him if you got him. There's a nice
ISR on us. I'm rushing it.
I'm running with a 380 to it.
Okay.
Asset within range.
Smoked it.
Does that kill him? I can't remember.
Yeah, 500 can kill it as well. So I guess 380 should be able to.
Seaf artillery next to us.
Yeah, it's got it. Nice.
Shows you how little I've been playing. I can't remember. There were several days, multiple days, where several thousand deployed on Akamar. In fact, we're making zero liberation progress. Is that because there wasn't enough people? Dude, you don't need my name. How we doing? Welcome, welcome. The spreadsheet master. Interesting read that, mate. Thank you for sending it.
Sub-objective nearby.
I'll get the cannon. There you go.
Thank you.
Package acquired.
Bot drop
Bound
coming in.
concepts.
West.
Northwest.
Dropping package.
Objective located.
Yeah, I don't think the farming helps either. With major orders.
No, the farming sucks.
Dropping package.
Yeah, because it's knackering the liberation of planets and that. So I think we need to fix the super credits for that. Even put them as like end game result screens or something.
Orbital inbound.
Yeah, there's lots to be tweaked. Lots to be tweaked. John the Tactician, if that's going to be a problem, at least let it be a terminated issue and not be an automaton issue. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Hulks.
Yeah, there's a load of devastators coming in.
Ooh, wow, that was spicy. Airburst, moving out.
Oh my god, they hit scanners. So,
Hulk's dead. Okay.
In the skies. Got him.
Somebody using the SMG?
Not me.
nope.
I want to carry the SSD. Well, you
Do you want
guys
me to
go.
carry it?
No, you guys go for the next one. I'm delivering this one instantly.
Okay, yep, going off.
Apparently, I'm getting shot like mad by stuff.
300 meters.
Yeah, Devastator's coming in again.
Package acquired.
Calling down fortifications. Requesting air
Right,
support.
I'm just gonna pop a smoke and should give you a.
I think I got away from them, so.
Just another hard drive, this, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Activating jump pad.
The
Yeah, I'll
lightning
carry
on
the
this
next one.
lightning on this planet is really annoying. Lightning.
Yes.
Yes.
Like look towards northeast, you basically see nothing.
Yeah.
Tactical
Classic Helldivers. Can't see anything.
Didn't they then
Wait,
sunglasses, you know?
That's why I wear these.
Calling down a support weapon.
Ow. Man, the accuracy is just obscene. Absolutely obscene.
It's aimbot.
Aimbotted. There, this is there. That's what I mean, chat. There, look at that aim punch. Like, I managed that one, but like, that can seriously end you sometimes when you're trading with them.
Northwest.
Yep.
Ah! What? What killed me then?
Calling in reinforcements.
Dropping package.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Reporting to the front.
Yikes.
Injury. What injury?
Oh god. Yeah, Thatcher Chargers just dropped him.
Oh, nice.
Let's see that back. Calling down a support weapon.
Reinforcing. Requesting fortifications.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
get out of there. Get out of there first, Jesus.
Hold on. Give me the ammo, give me the ammo, give me the jump back, give me the jump back. Jump! Right, I'm gonna try and get a flank off.
Marking location. Southwest. Support weapon.
He sees me! Ah! Hit.
Requesting orbital.
Oh, hello. Watch out, there's an airstrike on that, careful.
It's alright. I can block it. There we go.
The fronts are off.
Eagle 1 withdrawing to rearm.
Nice.
Cover me, cover me, cover me. Stunning them. Cover me. Nice.
Still devastators on the
Ryan is back.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
To the sky. Engaging terminal.
I'll carry it because I've got the one hand.
Sending in an eagle. Orbital inbound.
Easier. Yeah, it's easier.
I got the terminal.
Thank you.
Heavy. Southwest.
Right there.
50 meters. East. 300 meters.
Mission at 20
Two
minutes
hearts there.
remaining.
Yep.
Requesting air support.
Nice, nice.
There you go.
Lovely.
Sending in an eagle.
Oh,
Lovely.
It's like a laser, isn't it? Just so pinpoint.
What is?
Just the public, just the accuracy is like super on point
Yeah.
with it.
It's an awesome weapon.
Very good. It's not sickle levels of pinpoint accuracy, but it's a very good weapon.
I put them both together, to be honest. I think they're both very strong against bots. I quite like the pummeler against NIDs, though, as well.
Yeah. To be honest, I ain't even changed my weapon. I've just been using the pummeler since the new warbond.
Yeah. It's that good.
Yeah, I've just well, for me, it's I've used it since.
No, I think it's definitely a viable choice. Dude, you don't need my name, says I think we should be able to use potties in game to relieve ourselves.
Look who's we got.
It's such a good strategy throwing smoke down.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. You could do it with not factory striders, with hell bombs as well when you're trying to take out gunship nests and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good strat, that one. I know.
Where
it's
is-
the last
sorry,
time we
where
had
is-
that problem.
Sorry, where is oh, I see it. Sorry, what are you saying, Johnny?
Got this one.
No, I was just saying when we had the 3 chicken coops last time, it's like from that point onwards, I think we're gonna start taking the smokes.
Yeah, it's really, really useful. I'm gonna start moving to call it in.
Where is it?
South,
To the sky.
quite far.
Requesting orbital.
Well, at least we are on the Mountain Dew planet. I'm happy with that.
Be careful what you.
I never
Be
wanna
careful
go
what
back
you
there
say.
And I never want to go back there again. Awful bit.
Liberty emerges victorious yet again.
This is bad enough now, you know. This is like Victor planet or something like that.
Requesting air support. Found something.
See ya.
See you later, tank. Yeah. Nice one.
I love the AMR. So good.
I'm gonna be cheeky and call myself a resupply. Because I'm completely empty.
Okay, I've got one clear.
Yeah, sorry.
That's good.
Calling
Right.
instructions.
There should be ammo boxes anyway, shouldn't there?
Yeah.
Should be, but there isn't.
Shuttle inbound.
Ah.
3 minutes
Unless,
with one
Iron's
clip.
got
Anyone got an ammo pack?
Iron might, maybe. I know he's got a few packs.
Found something.
I could drop you an 8, but that's about it. Unfortunately.
ETA T-minus 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Follow me.
Right. Smoke in the area. Southwest coming in.
Roger that.
There's loads of ammo boxes here.
Coming to you. How far away are you?
Oh, good
20
300
miles
meters
away.
maybe.
There's a Hulk coming in. Southwest.
I want to be able to use resources we have on something. I've been capped at resources for so long, there's no reason to care about medals and samples and whatnot. Yeah, I agree. We were talking about it earlier, actually. That there's just nothing to... There's just nothing to use. Like, they need different progression systems. Ow.
Dropping a pin.
To be honest, like a training system would be quite good. You know, like what they do on
T-minus
these
1
rock
minute, 30 seconds.
materials for cash or like.
Yeah, like trading things for money and stuff.
Yeah.
We need stuff to buy with them first.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
There's nothing to buy.
Ammo. You always start empty. You need to buy your ammo and also your resupplies.
No, you little slippery sucker. I'm gonna die now.
Helldivers, never die.
Whoa!
oh no.
It's another thing I hope for the next game version has what? Progression system for things to spend your things on.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Sending in an
I just threw an eagle for no reason, be careful. Sorry.
ETA T-minus
P4, careful.
Hey, hello to democracy.
That's alright. We're good.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Ah. Yeah, just devastated, man.
No. What?
Enforcement budget
I'd already healed. Not like this.
request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Yeah, so that's a hot zone.
Ready to
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
Oh my god, devastated.
No.
Oh my
Ow.
god, yeah. They aim punched me
Yeah.
and they shot to the left.
Story of our life. Oh, I'm dead. No, we're gonna fail.
Calling in reinforcements.
Get in. Oh no. Stun him, run.
Has it landed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it has landed. Sorry, I thought it aborted.
I bet you it does that thing now where if we get in it, it flies off first person.
Oh, quick.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds. Extraction complete.
What, like
The
a child?
Mantis Lord is back. Welcome back. I know loot boxes are a mixed bag, but at least it gave something to earn with credits in ME3 multiplayer. What's ME3? Do you mean Modern Warfare? Yo, I'm back. What did I miss? You've missed. Well, when did you leave? So much has happened in the last hour. John the Tactician, I want a reason to care about getting resources that isn't just helping new players. Agreed. This all feeds into the idea of the game being a live service, yet there is nothing to do in the live service game other than the same mission over and over again. Mass Effect 3, okay. As long as it's not predatory and it's not invasive monetization, I'm up for anything.
I mean, you could go for a free battle pass where you could boost yourself with samples. Play get experience to unlock levels, and if you want to spend samples to get a few levels, you can do that.
Nice. You've missed nothing apart from us just walking through T9s, basically. And whining about the game, but still playing it constantly. And talking about what we'd like to see change. Okay, one more mission. Who have we got in the queue? We've got Napalm. Let's get Napalm in for this one.
Yep, gonna move
Napalm, are you there?
Mission coordinates locked.
They could have pre-drop consumables for requisition slips, like a recon report that tells you the enemy types that will spawn on the mission. That's interesting.
Alrighty, gents.
Hello.
Hello, man.
Hello.
Orbit synchronized.
This is going to be quite easy, I think.
What kind of mission is it?
It's a fabricator one. Blitz and destroy. Search and destroy. But it's like the whole map's just covered in red, encircling the drop, so we can just drop it and complete it, basically.
Yeah, the spear game again.
Yeah.
Hope for lock-on.
Oh, the spear lock-on's going to be great when they fix that on Thursday.
They're gonna delay it.
Yeah.
It comes with a two-year anniversary patch.
We just need to wait for Napalm.
Yeah.
I might try the walking barrage here, you know.
Allied destroyer.
Oh, good lad. Good lad.
Engaging
Do me
orbit
proud.
thrusters.
I'll tell you what, I'll join you.
Orbit synchronized.
Yeah, I was thinking like armor should give like fire buffs and stuff. So, you know, obviously it would
I
make
agree.
better and whatnot.
A recon report that locates enemy heavies already on the map.
Look at these two guys, they look like brothers.
Launch initiated.
Maybe they are. Maybe they are.
Hang on. Brothers in arms, of course.
Right, how fast can we do this?
Be dead before we face the mission. Waiting for the 3 chicken coops at the start.
Yeah, probably.
Let's not jinx ourselves.
Landed on
Let's
something.
not have it.
Oh dear. Strider to my left. Nice.
Yep.
I'm barraging in front of
what
me
is
and I'm
that?
jumping.
Oh, smoke strike, okay.
Yeah, Johnny Hoyt. There's a
Smoke
barrage
should get a
going
blue
in there.
beam.
Yeah. Totally agree. Agree, being a similar, I'm not a red
Airstriking it as well. Just got a 15, 20 kills or something. It's still got its front, hasn't it? Yeah.
try and lure it. It's looking at me.
Nice one.
Yeah! Go on, son.
Go on, son.
Go on, son.
Get into him.
Get in there.
You're playing Lords of the Fallen for the first time. Caleb. I'm playing Lords of the Fallen for the first time. What's a fun build to use? Have you come across this channel through my Lords of the Fallen videos? That's a blast from the past. Fun build. What have you got so far? Tell me what weapons you picked up, if any.
Get this legend sat down and someone...
Stu has just subscribed.
Welcome to the Face Shift community.
Found something. Requesting orbital.
Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
Is there a jammer?
This Hulk,
Yeah,
this Hulk just hit me with a rocket, hit me with a second one mid-air, and then I fell to the ground and tapped out and died again.
Nice. You're double talking, by the way. You're open on.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, it's alright. No problem. Oh, hello, tank. You can have the airstrike.
Here comes the cavalry.
Oh no, I can't get over it. What?
Orbital inbound.
You literally just started the game trying to figure out what class. Okay, well, what kind of play styles do you like usually in an RPG?
Requesting orbital.
Firing orbital laser. You have served democracy well.
That was
Extraction
nice.
You're close to the extraction. You should
Yeah,
go
I'm
in
heading there now. Yeah.
Tagging map. East. 300 meters. Requesting orbital.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
You reinforcing?
Maybe.
Dropship.
Maybe, or maybe not at all.
They're pushing on the extraction point.
I've airstriked that. Oh, is that? Hang on, was that?
Just gonna smoke them.
Eagle 1 rearming. Be back shortly.
Stratty's dead. Usually like a close-up fighter if that's one I don't usually use spells. Okay, so you would like a strength-based build or an inferno-based build or a radiance-based build. So
Or strength dex combo.
or strength dex. If you go on my videos, there's one called Harambe's Revenge that you might quite like. Or you might quite like the Infernal Reaper. Grin Reaper it's called. That's a fire melee dual wield build. Or what was the other one that was melee based? The diamond encrusted, the fungus encrusted pickaxes. The Plague Doctor.
Also the self-healing spear.
Yeah, I mean, just look through the build videos on my site, on my video channel. Wow, I can't talk. On my channel. There's about 5 or 6. There's a Pieter's sword build that I don't think I actually ever ended up making, but you can get Pieter's sword quite early if you want a really quick and easy way to smash through the game for the first playthrough and find your feet. Ow.
T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Strider, not Strider.
They just called a bot drop in, I think.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
It's jigging on the spot CPA, so it's free reign if you can get it.
Walking barraging towards them.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
That would have been great.
Get in.
Get to the chopper.
Go! Get to the chopper! No! It's when he gets hit and he makes that noise. He goes, ow! Yeah, that was it. Ow!
Witness, if you want to leave.
That's the flinch sound effects when the Helldivers.
God, imagine if you could.
Get-
Ow!
Ow!
Brew Commander! Ow! Okay. That was... We've done our part, folks. The children were saved.
Not today.
The new Dragon Age RPG. I've not looked at it. I'll have to take a look. What I am excited about, well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I'm excited about. Very excited about State of Decay 3. Very excited about No More Room in Hell 2. 2 zombie co-op games.
A donate.
Fantastic.
What an absolute legend.
Absolutely fantastic.
Firm handshakes.
Whoa! The worst.
Grab 'em a drink.
He's back.
Thank you.
The man, the myth, the legend. With the 50 in the super chat. How we doing? Good to see you. How's it going? I'm looking forward to shooting some zombies. That's for sure. Absolutely. 100%. What else came out in that Summer Games Fest thing? Because aside from Helldivers, there's some spicy little games coming out. I feel like there's a bit of a resurgence of good games coming. Like, they need to start making sure that they start... Well, they are going to have to lift the bar because these AA developers... Look at Helldivers. Look at it. Look what it's doing. Do you know what I would love to know? I would love to see the budget of Helldivers 2 versus Skull and Bones versus Diablo 4 versus COD versus all these games that you play for a month and then you bin them. I would love to see the budget. I'd love it. Sorry. I'm very passionate about these things. Loving the colourful content. I've DM'd you, mate. Check your DMs. Check your DMs. I'll catch you in a moment. Passion is good. Do you know what? I'll say this again. Start of the stream, we went through all the interesting things in the patch. And I had fun being in the classroom. In fact, let's go back there. We were in the classroom, weren't we? And we were looking. Frank, that's still there, look. That's still there. We were looking at all the things that we want to see. But I will say this. It feels like when you're waiting for a sporting event. I used the World Cup final, England versus Italy, as an analogy. But any of you that are into your sports, whether it's baseball, American football, soccer, we call it football, basketball, Thursday feels like something big's coming. Something's coming. And is it going to be exciting? Is it going to be good? We don't know. But I feel like we're in for a treat. I really, really want to make sure that I don't get too hyped. But man, if they can get some of this stuff right, and it takes off again, and it gets the viewers, the players back, and we're gonna have like the opportunity to then re-immerse ourselves into the game and get more stratagems in, like new turrets, new airstrikes, new defensive emplacements. Like, man, oh, it's gonna be epic. Epic, epic, epic. So before we finish tonight, what do people want to see from this patch? I want ARs to work, and I also want them to revert the Eruptor change and take the design philosophy of the Eruptor and just make it what it was. Sports ball, says Ian. Ryan. My sports ball team will sport so much harder than your sports ball team. Oh dear, someone doesn't like the sports ball. Love a bit of sport. Love a bit of most things, to be honest. Anything that is an entertaining spectacle that involves skill, I am 100% into. Whether it's boxing, football, American football, tennis, golf, like, I'll watch it. Cricket, folks. Proper Englander coming out here. Cricket. Watch cricket if you like bat and ball games and learn the rules. What a sport. What a sport. So, Thursday, likely to be around 10 a.m. GMT. There will be a patch dropping for Helldivers 2. I'm going to be streaming, not at 7 p.m. GMT, likely for most of the day, folks. As soon as that patch drops, I'm going live and getting stuck in. I suggest you get involved too. I've been Phase Shifter. You've been absolute legends. Take care of yourselves, keep having fun, and I will see you in the next one. Thursday, 2 more sleeps till the balance patch. Whee!